Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way.
Already mic testing. Okay, perfect. Let me go to my main camera. There we go. Already we're live, and as you guys can tell by title and thumbnail, today is currently the day 87. Is it day 87? Hold on, let me check. Today is day 87 of my AI engineering for 365 days, where my goal by the end of this series will be to make a fully autonomous agentic AI. That said, last stream I was working under the, let's say, phase 2, or I was working on phase 2, which is math and machine learning, under the category of model evaluation, which is the final category for my phase 2. Before I really begin with my mini project number 2, which is my second mini project. Although under the model evaluations is, let's say, category, I had a bunch of subcategories. That is the stuff that I will be working on this stream as well, and is what I did work on last stream too. So let's go to my gameplay screen. There we go. Whoops. Let me go here. And yeah, this is a brand new closet shot, and I could not complete yesterday's half explanation, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue that today. Hold on, let me show you guys where I was at though. Just gonna say something like "Sensei on live!" exclamation. There we go. And yeah, I will be touch typing as well while using a 25 to 5 minutes Pomodoro session that is gonna let's say where every 25 minutes I get a 5 minutes break, and every 4 sessions of 25 minutes I get a 15 minutes break. I will be playing some Wuthering Waves in my break. That said, I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, now that I've started the timer, I can actually kind of get this a bit lower, right? There we go. Yeah, I like it when it's low, because it doesn't really get in the way a whole lot. And next up, while I'm at that, I'm gonna go ahead and, let's say, grab my roadmap out here. There we go. In my roadmap, I'm currently under the model evaluations category, where last stream I did work with train/test/splits, and I did start working with confusion matrices, which I did not completely finish, but today I will be working with precision recall and F1 type stuff. Okay. Let me pull up exactly where we left off since it's live good. Let's get back into it. Last time we were mid-discussion. Yeah, I did kind of close the stream because I did have to go. Okay, last time we were mid-discussion on real-world stakes for confusion matrix. For confusion matrix error, you already nailed the spam filter case. Now the hotter one. There we go. Disease screening. A test flags where whether someone has a disease. 2 ways it can go wrong: false positive, false negative. Yeah, this is the stuff that I was working on yesterday as well. False positive, false negative, true positive, true negative. False positive, test says sick, but the person is actually healthy. False positive. False negative, test says healthy, but the person is actually sick. Okay, which one is worse and why? False negative is worse because it says that, because it claims that a sick person is healthy. Okay, let's go with something like, which could in turn lead to others getting sick as well. Yeah, I did not really need to say this last part, but I said it just because I enjoy touch typing for some reason. It feels kind of satisfying. Okay, good instinct 90 direction. False negative is worse one here, but let's tighten up why, because the reason you gave me isn't quite the core issue. You said it's worse because others could get sick too. That's thinking about contaction slash spread. Is that how you pronounce it? Contact, contact. Oh god, hold on. I'm gonna copy that real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a new tab and type something like English to Japanese. I don't know why I always pick Japanese, but then, okay. This is something nice that you guys can hear as well, as long as my desktop audio is on, and I'm gonna go ahead and...
Contagion.
Oh, contagion. Yo, hi doing Pixel, appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, that's thinking about contagion slash spread, but think about it from just one person's perspective, not spreading involved. Well, no spreading involved. A sick person gets told you're healthy. What actually happens to that one person because of that false all clear? Okay, what actually happens to that one person because of that false all clear? I don't know what happens. Why are we going with a hypothetical situation? Let's ground and not guess blind. Think about why someone even takes a disease test in the first place. What's the whole point of getting tested? To see if they are safe or that they need medical attention. There we go, and then let's send it. Exactly right. So walk forward. The sick person gets a false negative that tells them you're healthy, no medical attention. Given that's the whole point of testing, what does that person now not do that they actually need to? They do not take the required precautions / medications. There we go, and then let's send it. That's it. They walk. Okay, why am I working with the what am I doing here? They walk away thinking they're fine. No treatment, no precautions, no follow up while the disease is still progressing. Okay, blah blah. Now compare that to false positive. A healthy person gets told you might be sick. That's scary, maybe stressful, maybe unnecessary follow-up test, but it gets caught and corrected. They find out they're fine. So here's the pattern forming across both examples: spam filter and disease. Spam, FN, false negative. Real scam sits in your inbox undetected, worse than false positive. Real email sits in spam folder, annoying but fixable. Disease, false negative. Sick person walks away untreated. Worse than false positive. Healthy person scared, then cleared. Same shape, both types. In your own words, what's the common thread between these two? False negative case that makes false negative dangerous in both. Something malicious. Did I spell malicious right? I think I spelled it wrong, right? Something malicious is passed on as safe. There we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let's say add a period and send it. Yes, that's exactly that. Exactly that. That's one core of it. A false negative isn't just a wrong answer. It's a wrong answer that gets trusted. The dangerous thing slips through wearing a cleared label and because nobody suspects it, nobody acts on it, the system's failure becomes invincible. Well, invisible. Now, here's the bridge. This is the important part, so lock in. Notice something in both examples. False negative was the worst mistake, but that's not a universal law. It's not like false negative is always worse than false positive. No matter the situation, it just happens to be worse in these two specific cases. So here's the real question. If which one is worse, it depends on the situation. Why would a data scientist need two separate metrics instead of just one single accurate but better number? Think about this way. One metric would have to Oh god, I kind of just chewed on my chapped lip. What the hell? Okay, think about it this way. One metric would have to pick a side. What would happen if you built one metric that always treated false positive as and false negative as equally bad? It would not be quite as accurate because they should, because let's go with something like false negative and false positive should not be treated the same way. It depends based on the situation. There we go. I don't know what else. Why are we freaking stuck with this stuff? Right, you just build the actual reasoning precision and recall exists in your own words. Let it sink in. That wasn't handed to you. Blah, blah, blah. So here's the real shape. One metric is punished by too many false positives. It asks of everything I flagged as a 6/spam. How many did I get right? A different metric is punished by too many false negatives. It asks of everything that was actually 6/spam, how many did I actually catch? Those are two different questions. Measuring those two different kinds of failures, a model can be great on one and terrible on the other at the same time, which is exactly why you can collapse into one number. Those are two different questions, meaning two different kinds of failures. A model can be great on one and terrible on the other. There we go. It decreases the accuracy, which is exactly why you can't collapse it into one number. The first one, punished by false positives, is called precision. The second one, punished by false negatives, is called recall. Gut check. Before we touch the formulas based on everything we just built with the disease example, if a doctor cares most about never missing a single patient, minimizing false negatives, said it's not safe, but it actually is safe. Which of those two, precision or recall, should they be optimizing? Precision. Because the doctor wants to work on every patient. There we go, and then let's send it. Love your stream today. Let's go. Appreciate it, Pixel. That actually means the world to me, guys. Not quite, and I want you to re-anchor. Oh god, this topic is so tricky. On the definition we just built, not on the word precision sounding through. Go back to what each one actually go back to what each one is actually punished by. Precision gets punished by false positives of what I flagged as sick. How many were actually sick? Recall gets punished by false negatives of everything who was actually sick. How many did I actually catch? Recall gets punished by false negatives. Okay, wait. Can we have less questions for a bit? Because this topic is really tricky to wrap. Hold on, TRICKYs. Oh god. Tricky to wrap my head around. There we go, and then let's send it. Fair call, you flagged it, I hear it. Direct explanation, no more back-to-back question. Recall is one that matters for the doctor. Here's why, laid out plainly. Recall's whole job is to answer of all the people who are actually sick. How many did we catch? Of all the people that are actually sick, how many did we actually catch? That is recall. The doctor's nightmare is a sick person walking out labeled healthy, false negative. Recall is the metric that gets damaged every time that happens. So if a doctor wants to minimize missed sick patients, they optimize for a high recall, even if it means catching some healthy people by mistake along the way. Okay, that makes sense. More false positives, low precision. That trade-off is fine for them because a scared then cleared healthy person is much smaller cost than an undetected sick one. Precision, on the other hand, answers a different question. Of everyone we flagged as sick, how many did we get right? Okay, I see. That one matters more than when false positives are expensive mistake. Like spam filter accidentally blurring a real important email you don't want to. Try wolf too often. So the short version. Care most about not missing real cases. Optimize recall. Care most about not raising false alarms. Optimize precision. Sit with that for a second. No questions here. Just tell me when you're ready to see the actual formulas. So care most about not missing a real case. Optimize recall. Care most about not raising false alarms. Optimize precision. I think I see. I understand this. I understand this topic. It's 30%. Okay, yeah, I think I get it. 30%. 30% is honest and totally fine for a first pass on genuine tricky topic. That's the same range you self-rated for a Bayes theorem, and this one has a similar two thing that sounds almost identical. Trap in it. It'll build with reps. Let's put real numbers under it. There we go. Finally. Nothing lands solid until you see it in actual math. Here's the setup. Imagine a disease test run on 10 people. Imagine a disease test run on 10 people. Here's what really happened, laid out as confusion matrix. Predicted sick, predicted healthy. Actually sick. 4 true positives. 1 false negatives. Actually healthy. 2 false positives. 3 true negatives. Oh god. 4 true positive, 1 false negative, 2 false positives, 3 true negatives. Here are the two formulas. Precision equals to true positive divided by true positive plus false positive. Recall equals to true positive divided by true positive plus false negative. True positive divided by true positive. Precision is just false positive. Recall is false negative. Look closely at the two formulas. The top number, TP, is the same in both. The only thing that changes is what gets added on the bottom. False positive for one, false negative for the other. Before I ask you to calculate anything, just tell me in plain words, looking at those two formulas, why does it make sense that precision's formula involves false positive and recall's formula involves false negative? Tied back to what each metric is actually trying to measure. Precision is false positive. False positive is basically telling someone sick even if they're not sick. Precision has false positive because a false positive means telling claiming someone is guilty even if they are not. While recall has false negative because it claims that someone is not guilty even if they are. I actually think it's the opposite, but I'm gonna send this because this is what I logically concluded. It may be very, very different compared to this. That's a solid instinct, but let's sharpen the whole wording. Guilty slash not guilty is borrowing courtroom language. I thought that it's the culprit versus not the culprit. That's making this fuzzier than it needs to be. Let's re-anchor it to the disease example directly, since that's the concrete case you already understand. Think about it this way, Precision. Precision asks, of everyone I flagged as sick, how many actually were sick? So its formula needs to count true positive, correctly flagged sick, against the other thing that also got flagged as sick, which is false positive. Wrongly flagged sick. False is wrong. Wrongly flagged, okay. Both TP and FP live in the same column. Predicted sick. Prediction is entirely about judging the flagged group. Okay, so precision basically judges whatever we concluded. Recall takes a totally different question of everyone who actually was sick. How many did I catch? So its formula needs to count true positive against the other sick people, the ones who were sick but got missed, which is false negative. Both true positive and false negative live in the same row. Actually sick. Recall is entirely about judging the truly sick group. Okay. Hold on, there we go. So the real pattern, precision looks at the row slash column of what was predicted. Recall looks at the row slash column of what was actually true. Okay, so precision looks at row slash column of what was predicted. So precision re-looks at every time on everything it predicted to confirm if everything is correct, while recall looks exactly how many of the predicted outcomes were correct. Now, with the real numbers from the table, 4 true positive, 1 false negative, 2 false positives, 3 true negatives, plug them into the precision formula yourself. What is FP's value from the table, and what does that make the full calculation? Precision is going to be equal to true positive is 4 divided by, I'm going to go with something like true positive, which is going to be 4 plus false positive, which is going to be 2, equals to 4 plus 2 is 8, so I'm gonna go with something like 4 divided by 8. What is 4 divided by 8? That's gonna be 2, that's gonna be 4, that's gonna be 1, that's gonna be 2, which is equal to 2. There we go. Oh god. Wait. Hold on. 4 divided by 8. Oh, it's 0.5. My bad. There we go. Correct, 0.5. Exactly right. Clean calculation, no errors. Okay, I can calculate with hands. It's hard to calculate in mind. You know what? Wait, no. It's correct, though, because that's 1. 1 divided by 2. Oh, 1 divided by 2 is not 2. It's half. So precision equals to 0.5 means of everyone this model flagged as sick, only half were actually sick. That's a real weakness. This model is triggering a lot of false alarms. Now do the same for recall, same table. Okay, same yada yada. What's the false negative value and what's the final answer? Okay, so the false negative value, right? Let's go with something like 4 divided by 4 plus 2 positive is 4 false negative is 1. There we go. This is going to be equal to 4 divided by 5. That is going to be equal to... Okay, what is 4 divided by 5? Wow, 80%, 0.8. This is going to be recall. Correct, 0.8 exactly. Nice clean math both times. And now look at the two numbers side by side. Precision 0.5. The model says sick. It's only half right. It's only right half the time. Lots of false alarms, 0.8. But for everyone who's actually sick, it only catches 80% of them. Pretty good at not missing real cases. This is exactly the kind of situation that proves why you need both numbers instead of one. A single accuracy score would blur these two very different behaviors into one number and hide the trade-off completely. This model leans towards overflagging. It's cautious. Okay, cast a wide net would rather flag a healthy person than risk missing a sick one. Hold on, there we go. That's actually a defensible design choice for a disease screaming test, specifically given everything we just built about why false negative is dangerous. Mistakes there. Okay, quick gut check, no pressure, plain answer. Does that mistake make sense why both numbers together tell a fuller story than either one? It does. Even though my understanding of the concept is still vague, I believe that with more practice, I will understand it. And also, oh god, and also will we be working with VS Code? Question mark. There we go. And that's time. Hands off anything that is distracting. Hold up. Let me just fix that and change this to something like add. Hands up anything that is distracting. Moving on to, let's say, Wuthering Waves. Moving on to Wuthering Waves. Let me just get the timer down here. I think I'm just going to kind of shrink it a bit more. Okay, I guess let's play some Wuthering Waves. Okay, so last stream I did stop next to the elevator here where I was expected to, let's say, go up. Let's click F to go up. Talk to the... Okay, it said something like talk to. You guys could read it. Meet with Alto at the entrance. So let's meet with Alto at the entrance. Alright.
Come on, need to hit something.
Okay, I see Alto and Encore, but I'm just gonna talk with Alto. You're about to start a long quest line. Your progress will be interrupted and saved if you leave the design area during the quest. When you return, you can resume. Wait, it said long quest line. I got 3 minutes in the clock. Screw it. Meet with Alto at the entrance.
Encore heard lightning. When there's lightning, it's gonna rain. And when it's gonna rain, Encore should bring an umbrella.
Bro, Encore is so... Oh, God.
Oh, no. Alto said when it rains like this, we hide.
It's just ordinary rain, isn't it? Is this the part of the Court of Cervantes experiment? I wanted to ask the second question, damn it. He looks serious.
No. This is...
I've never...
It's the real retroact rain.
I've so hardly ever seen Alto be serious. Trying to get comfortable.
Rover, Jinzhou. Jinzhou is under attack. It's a TD outbreak.
Jinzhou's under attack? Wallong Act, Rewinding Raindrops, quest complete. Let's go, let's go. The Retroact, rain is falling. Okay, you guys could read that. Wait, Jinjo is under attack.
This rain, it's finally happening.
Gian.
General,
Midnight Rangers.
Yes, how's it going?
we have 500 remaining soldiers prepared and medically cleared for combat. After receiving the antidote for Retroact Rain, they have reported minimal hallucinations and no adverse effects.
Oh.
However, a few veterans still reported sporadic sightings of phantoms in the rain.
Yo, is there gonna be like an epic anime fight here?
I
What the
see.
hell?
Stay alert. We will continue as planned. Report any signs of potential TD outbreaks immediately.
I sense a shiver run down my spine. I feel something big is about to come. This is like the silent before the storm. I just wanted to be
We
kind of
march on to the Northfall Barrens as soon as
easy.
the rain stops.
Aye, sir.
Wait, am I gonna play as him?
Stronger emotional connection to the affected area leads to more intense hallucinations. That's what they said.
Oh.
I should go for another round of inspection. Make sure everything is going as planned.
Alright. Grand Warstorm unlocked. Okay. Wait, wow, I'm playing as Gian? Can I use his abilities? I cannot. So it says investigate the surroundings. I can't even run as him. I just gotta walk.
General, we've got all equipment repaired, tactite weapons adjusted and given to the resonators. Non-resonators are also equipped and prepared for action.
Wait, can you guys hear me, Obese Audio? Please tell me, oh, please tell me you guys can hear it.
But
Okay, you
the
guys
rain's
can.
getting heavier. Should we take shelter for the time being? One of our combat medics claims it's no ordinary downpour, and he strongly advises holding off any moves until it clears. Though young, his sharp intuition has been proven in previous battles. You've seen it firsthand.
Wait, is this something like acid rain or something?
However, I do agree this will be our last chance at organizing another attack.
Okay, that's it. That's time. Hands up anything that is distracting. Moving on, back to work. Back to work. We're gonna continue the rest in our next break. Okay, that's it. Where was I? Good. Wake, but tracking is exactly where 30% with a clear first pass should be. It'll firm up with reps exactly like every other topic so far. And yes, we're headed there. One more piece first. F1 score. The third metric in this trio, and it's actually the simplest of the three. Once precision and recall are solid, which they now are. F1 equals to 2 multiplied by precision multiplied by recall. F1. What does F1 stand for? Fn makes sense, false negative. F1 is 2 multiplied by precision times 2 multiplied by a prof parentheses precision times recall divided by precision plus recall. It's a single number that blends precision and recall together. Specifically, so you don't have to look at two separate numbers when you just want one overall scene of is this model good? It's deliberately punishing if either number is bad. You can fake a good F1 by having one great score and one terrible one. Hey New Year, yo, how doing? Gamer Voa, is that your pronounce your name? I appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, let's see. And in case you're curious as to what I'm doing, if you do ask, I could like explain you. But let's see. It's deliberately punishing if either number is bad. You can fake a good F1. Okay. By having one great score and one terrible score. Quick plain language check before we touch code. Given our model has precision equals to 0.5 and recall equals to 0.8. One decent, one weak. What do you think F1 score will land? Closer to the high one, 0.8, or the low one, 0.5, or roughly in the middle? Let's see. Yeah, you can just tell me, you can just call me Roa. Oh, Roa sounds easier to say as well. Okay, that's it. Let's try the math here. So f1 equal to 2. I'm gonna go with something like 2 multiplied by precision. Wait, we can't add a pair of parentheses, right? So rather, I'm gonna go with 0.5 multiplied by 0.8. That is 0.4. I'm gonna multiply that by 2. So that's 0.8. Now 0.8 divided by, so let's go with 0.5 plus 0.8, 1.3 divided by, actually let's go with 0.8 divided by 1.3. Oh no, are you kidding me? 0.8 divided by 1.3. So 0.61. We get 0.61 as our, let's say, F1. What up? You learning AI/machine learning on your own? Wait, hold on. My screen is too small. There we go. Actually, it's kind of big. Sorry to bother. Actually, you're not bothering at all. That said, let me just grab my roadmap here real quick and quickly give a brief explanation as to what am I working on. So, I am currently under a series called AI Engineering for 365 Days, where my goal by the end of this series will be to make a fully autonomous agentic AI. I do have a roadmap that I am currently using that consists of 6 phases in total, starting from the very basic stage that you need for AI/machine learning, which is advanced Python. After that, I worked with, let's say I worked with a bunch of categories and subcategories under my phase 1. And then after every phase, we work with, let's say, a mini project where I did build a fully automated web scraper. And then I'm currently under phase 2, which is math and machine learning, where I am done with applied maths category and I finished work on every single subcategory that it had. I was also done with classic machine learning, skitlearn, and all the subcategories under that category. Currently, I'm under the model evaluations category and the confusion matrices, precision recall, and F1's subcategory. After 2 more subcategories, which is ROC curves and AUC, overfitting, underfitting, and regularization, I will be moving on to project 2, where I will build a predictive model from scratch. Oh, wow. Okay, and then we're gonna start phase 3, which is deep learning, but that's a thing for later. And if you guys do want access to my roadmap, you guys can actually join my Discord server and either go to the Coding Helps Us chat, Python chat, or the, let's say, general chat. Mention my name there, asking me for the roadmap, and I will be personally DMing it to you guys after the stream is over, by God. And you guys can get access to my Discord server through my bio, through the link in my description for this stream, or by typing exclamation Discord on chat, all lowercase, no space. There we go, and that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go back. I'm so glad I come prepared with these things. That said, you calculated ahead. Let's check that. Walk it with me. F1 equals to 2 multiplied by 0.5 times 0.8 divided by 0.5 plus 8. 2 multiplied by 0.4 is 0.8. 0.5 plus 0.8 is 1.3. 0.8 divided by 1.3 is 0.615. Correct, 0.61 rounds right. Nice, you actually computed it instead of just guessing the direction. That confirms something important. F1 equals to 0.615 sits closer to the lower score 0.5 than the higher one 0.8. Even though it's technically in between, that's not an accident. F1 is designed to lean towards whichever number is weaker, so a model can hide a bad precision behind a great recall, or vice versa. It punishes imbalance on purpose. That closes out the concept of confusion matrices, recall, and F1. Now let's get hands-on practice in Visual Studio Code with real code. First, before I ask you to write anything, do you already know sklearn.matrices.precision_score? It is brand new syntax. There we go, SYN-TAX. Damn, you on some crazy journey. That actually does sound kind of cool. I am pretty excited to see what I do at the end of this as well, because when I did start this, or As of now, also, I don't really know how am I going to be building my freaking agentic AI. I don't even know the things that I really need for it. But, you know, I've got a whole year, so I think I'll figure out as I go. That said, good flagging it. That's exactly the right move. Let's teach it properly before you touch any code. Here's the syntax, and it's going to feel very familiar because it follows this exact same pattern as accuracy underscore score, which you already know from sklearn.matrix, import precision underscore score, recall underscore score, f1 underscore score. Precision equals to precision underscore score, y underscore test, predictions, recall equals to, recall underscore score, y underscore test, predictions, f1 equals to, f1 underscore scores this function, y underscore test, y underscore predictions. Okay, so basically y underscore test and y underscore predictions act, they're actually my test and predictions. Hold on, let's read it down here. Same shape every time, real answers and model guesses. Okay, there we go. Y underscore test is the patterns that we provide our model to actually learn from. Once they learn from those patterns, they make a prediction based on those patterns. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right? Same two arguments, same order, same source data you already use for accuracy underscore score. Nothing new about calling a pattern, just 3 new function names that each calculate one of the 3 things we just did by hand. One thing worth knowing before you run this for real, these functions need to know which label counts as positive 6-spam pass. Whether your positive class is, by default sklearn assumes your labels are 0 and 1 and treats 1 as positive automatically, which makes 0 as negative. You have ADHD, like I see you have a Pomodoro timer open. I don't really have ADHD, but the reason I have a Pomodoro timer open is because I am following a 25 to 5 minutes Pomodoro session where every 25 minutes I get a 5 minutes break where I, let's say, play Wuthering Waves, which by God has been such a convenient thing for my gaming channel as well. And every 4 sessions of 25 minutes, I get a 15 minutes of break, if that makes any sense. That's let's see. By the way, how is ADHD and Pomodoro timer kind of related? Okay, same shape. One thing worth knowing before you run this for real, these functions need to know which label counts as positive, 6-spam, whatever your class is by default, okay? If your labels are strings like sick, healthy, you sometimes need to tell it explicitly which one is positive. We'll cross that bridge if it actually comes up in your data. Here's your task. Build a small data set yourself in Visual Studio Code, real y underscore test, actual answers, and real predictions, model guesses for a pass/fail scenario. At least 8 out of 10 entries with a mix of correct and incorrect predictions, so all 4 boxes actually show up. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me ask a quick little question. Before I do so, I have a question. How do I create the data for my y underscore test variable? Okay, I do know how do I create it. I just create a variable and add data to it, but I just want to be sure. And later on, hold on, LATR, and later on, I am positive that we will not use data that we create. Rather, we will fetch data from outside sources. Okay, let's go with something like, therefore, is that something that we will learn later? Okay, because I'm pretty sure that that is something we will learn later. I'll just send this because I don't think that always creating my own data is a smart option. I have ADHD, and like people with ADHD can focus if something does not interest them. So we use Pomodoro timer and use the same technique which you use. Oh, I see. I'm basically using a Pomodoro timer for getting some actual content for my Code With Me's on my channel as well. Where I think that it is pretty convenient because I feel like YouTube does not merely push live streams as much as they push YouTube videos. So I'm just streaming. So I usually stream for different segments for let's say 2 of my channels, Viv Arcade and Viv Universe, where in Viv Universe I upload this streams as Study With Me or Code With Me content, and in my gaming channel I kind of should I say cut my gaming part out and upload it in my gaming channel. Oh god, I think that I almost bit my tongue saying that. What the hell? Okay, good question, and yes to both parts. For right now, you just make up a plain Python list exactly like you did for accuracy underscore score. Exercise earlier, a list of strings like pass/fail by hand that you decide y test is just the real actual answer. Prediction is a separate list representing what the model supposedly guessed. Since this is hands-on drill, there is not a real trained model. You're manually inventing both lists to control which boxes true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative shows up. That's intentional. That's the fastest way to verify your understanding. The metric, math against numbers you already know. Okay, the answer to your second question is exactly real-world data pulled from outside sources, CSV, API, scrape data, databases is very much coming later. In fact, you already did that one in Project 1. Okay, I actually did do that in Project 1. There was like a website called books2scrape.com where that website is specifically meant for people who are working or learning about web scraping. Right after model evaluation, blah blah blah. So go ahead. Okay. Can I get an example as to how do I create the data? Because that is one thing that I am bad at. And I did not add any much punctuations there, but I don't think we needed any. Well, that's smart. I made a Pomodoro timer because I didn't like any other classic ADHD. I see that actually does sound kind of cool. The Pomodoro is pretty fun. I'm a web dev. Okay, you know what? That sounds kind of insane as well. Okay, fair. Let's build it together step by step rather than just me handing it to you. Here's the thinking process, not the answer. Decide how many total entries, say 10. Decide y underscore test first. The real answer is just pick a mix like 6 pass and 4 fail in whatever order you want. Then build predictions, the model's guesses for those same 10 people in the same order. This is where you intentionally make some wrong on purpose, so all 4 boxes show up. Some pass, okay. All 4 boxes show up. Oh, okay, I see. So basically, we're gonna go ahead and let's say grab our Visual Studio code out here. I run a freelance studio. That actually sounds kind of insane. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let's say create a brand new Python file. This file is gonna be under my model evaluation. However, it's gonna be a new file. I'm gonna call this file I don't know, what's the topic that I was working on right now? Precision, right? Underscore recall. Underscore, let's go with .py. Okay, precision underscore recall.py, but I'm positive this is not the entire topic's name. I'm gonna go to my desktop. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my roadmap here. Confusion matrices, precision recall F1. So let's add F1 as well. Rename, recall, and then we're gonna go with underscore F1. Okay, perfect, and that's pretty much it for this. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do first things first. Let's include my, or import my roadmap. Not roadmap, my Library. Where are you from, if you don't mind? Actually, I don't really tell you guys exactly where I'm from, but I do live abroad. Okay, that's it. Let's see. So, first things first, from sklearn, I'm gonna go ahead and let's say go with something like dot matrices. MET. METRICS. METRICS. Making sure my spelling is correct, because last stream I did get a import error. I want to go ahead and import IMPORT. Okay, from sklearn.matrice, I want to import precision underscore score, PRECI SION underscore score. And then recall underscore score. Oh, okay, it's not that hard in that case. They're all sort of the same. And F1 underscore score. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and create 3 different variables. The first is going to be precision. But before that, let's create a variable called y underscore test, which is going to be having 6 positives and 4 negatives. So I'm gonna go with pass. Let's go with positive. Okay, and then I'm just gonna copy this to save some time. 2, 3. Oops. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's add a negative. And then we're gonna go with something like a positive, negative, positive. Uh-oh. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, POSITIVE. And then let's go with PO positive and 4 negatives, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Negative. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's add one more negative. Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna go with something like predictions. For my predictions, I'm gonna go with something like negative. Let's go with negative. Negative. Positive. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. And then let's go with negative. Positive. Positive. Negative. Negative. Positive. Positive, negative. Positive. Oh god, there we go. Oh my gosh, this is so tedious to touch type as well. I got that from the accent, lol, you Indian. Actually, no. Okay, and actually, so many people do say I got like a weird accent. Matter of fact, should I say 75% of the people say they try to guess the accent because I speak in, let's say, I don't know, a sort of hybrid accent, to be honest. Okay, now once I'm done with this, I'm gonna create a let's say precisions as variable that is going to be equal to my PRECI SION prediction underscore scores this function that requires 2 parameters. My data, y underscore test, which is gonna be my actual test results. These 10 people have these signs: positive, negative, negative. And these are the predictions that my models made, which is going to be PREDIC TIONS. Okay, and then we're gonna go with something like recall that is going to be equal to my recall underscore score that is going to be requiring the same parameters, y test and predictions. And lastly, we're gonna go with something like F1 that is going to be equal to my F1 underscore score that is going to have y underscore test and predictions. There we go. So basically what this is going to do, Precision is in charge of Precision is in charge of going over all my predictions and searching for or identifying how many did I actually get right as opposed to how many did I get wrong. While Recall is Recall is getting the groups, getting all the correct groups. There we go. Precision is the one that I did not miss. While F1 is basically just a combination of Precision and Recall. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna grab Claude here real quick. Like, your name is Vivek, so I assumed you were Indian. Oh, that actually does give it away as well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let's say grab Claude here. There we go. Okay, let's see the prediction. Okay, here's your task. Build a small data set, did that stuff. Predict, just roughly, do you expect Precision Recall to come out equal or different given you're intentionally mixing in with different kinds of errors? I'm assuming that my Recall needs to be different. Let me paste it here and say, I am assuming that my Recall and prediction and Precision will not be similar because a lot of my values, because a lot of my predictions does not meet the real does not meet the actual data. There we go, and then let's send it. Before I send it, so positive, negative does not meet, 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 does not meet. Okay, and then let's go ahead and send it. Okay, good, real, let's build and a real prediction made before running. Let's not run it yet though. First, let's verify your data actually covers all 4 boxes by hand, position by position. This is the same discipline you used for the accuracy underscore score exercise. Position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, here's the data lined up. Let's use two-step method that's worked well for you before. Okay, that's it. That's time. Hands up anything that is distracting. Moving on back to Wuthering Waves. Bro, to give the roadmap for AI. Actually, hold on. After these 5 minutes, I'll actually tell you how can you get access to my roadmap. For the time being, I'm gonna watch more of the storyline. However, I do agree this will be our last chance at organizing another attack. I did get a caution that this is going to be a massive storyline, so I gotta brace myself. The medic you mentioned, what is his name?
Sir, his name is...
The white side of Echoes, what the hell?
Jian.
Where are they?
General, help. Please, help me.
What do you make of this, Jian? Maybe you are right. The rain just happened out of nowhere. It's indeed unusual, but... this is our only chance. The enemy we've been yearning to destroy is finally right before us.
Are they talking about Rover?
And now, you're asking me to sit back and do nothing because of some phantoms.
Stay silent?
Silence? Is this your response? Or is it fear holding your tongue?
Well, that was basically my only response. Like, what the hell?
No. I see. You're no different. We fear, we bleed, we suffer, and in the end, we'll all die on the battlefield. But what about your brethren, friends, and comrades? As you witness them viciously slain before your eyes, one by one. Will you still remain silent when their souls demand an answer?
He's got a massive tacet mark in his back.
There is no other
He's got one in his
choice.
throat.
We must trample the pile of corpses at our feet and push on. Keep barking orders. Keep fighting until every last one of those monsters is gone.
Is that aura gushing out of him or what is it?
The retroact rain merely creates illusions of past events. My soldiers will not succumb to those hallucinations. I will not allow it. We'll crush anything in our path, no questions asked. And I will
Alright.
pave the way for us all with my forte.
With my
If
forte.
tens, hundreds, thousands more of my men will die, so be it. We will
Wow.
win this battle by any means necessary.
Wow. Okay, to begin with though, who even is he?
John, I have a question for you. What would you have done on that day if you were in my position?
But hey, I'm
Whatever
so
you
confused.
say, I'll never answer those brave souls with such silence. and
Are they
cowardice.
Tacet Discords? They are, but why are they? Are they the ones who are actually creating those
Prove
Tacet
yourself to me,
Discords?
Gian.
Oh wow! Can I like unlock this character or something? What does X do?
Retreat to advance. Break!
Caught you off guard, didn't they? Just like what happened on that rainy night.
What? Why did I jump up? What the hell? Oh, yo, he teleports to be like a giant. Is that gorilla or like a Tacet Discord? Okay, he's not as strong as Rebecca, but he's
Go on.
pretty strong.
Keep fighting.
The hell? Who else is there? Defeat the enemies. Where are the enemies?
Stay
I don't
sharp.
see spot. Okay, that's it. That's time. Hands off anything that is distracting. Moving on. Back to work. Back to work. Okay, and let me get the timer here. Now to... Oh, God. Oh, God. No, no, no. There we go. Okay, now to answer that question, bro, to give the roadmap for AI, if you wanted access to my AI Engineering's roadmap, you guys can get access to that roadmap through my Discord server. If you guys do join my Discord server, either go to the Coding Helps Us chat, the general chat, or the Python chat. Mention my name there at VivUniverse asking me for my roadmap. I will be personally DMing it to you guys after the stream is over. And you guys can get access to my Discord server through the link in the description of the stream, through my bio, or by typing !Discord on chat, all lowercase, no space. A link should pop up. That's it, back to work now. Okay, let's use the two-step method that worked well for you before. I'll do position 0 with you. Then you do the rest solo. Position 0, white is positive, prediction negative. Step 1. What did the model predict? Positive or negative? Actual is positive, model predicted negative, so it's false positive. No, false negative. Hold on, that's jumping straight into the final combined label. Prediction negative. Step 1. What did the model predict? Model predicted negative. Good, step 1 done. Model predicted negative. Now step 2 separately. What was that prediction? Was that prediction correct or wrong? It was wrong. Correct. Now self-assembled model predicted negative, which was wrong. What's the full label? False negative. Isn't that what I set up there? Is this not what I initially? Nah, I'm not gonna say all that stuff. Always respect your teachers, guys, or your professors. Exactly, false, negative. Next up, position Y is positive, positive. So, model predicted positive. So, our second is going to be positive. Model predicted. Predicted, model predicted positive. And the actual answer was positive. Therefore, it is true positive. Yeah, I'm so glad Claude made me do this stuff. I actually understand what I'm doing rather than just yambling stuff. Positive, negative. The same process, step 1, step 2. Model predicted negative. Model predicted negative. However, the answer was positive. False, false, negative. Okay, correct. Number 3, same process. Model predicted positive. Model predicted positive. However, the answer was negative, which is going to be equal to. So positive, the answer was negative, which was wrong. So false positive. Okay, so number 4, model predicted positive. The answer was so true positive. Okay, so model predicted negative. Actual answer was negative. Model predicted negative. And the answer was negative. True negative. Okay, because model predicted a correct answer. Position 6, model predicted negative. And the answer was positive. So that is going to be equal to false positive. Because model predicted the wrong answer. Wait. Model predicted negative. Answer was positive. Oh, false negative. Whoops. Okay, guys, this is repetition getting to me. I slipped up. Okay, model predicted positive. Model predicted positive. And the actual answer was positive. ANS. Okay, which is going to be equal to true positive. Oh, wow. True negative. Wow, I can just look at it and tell right now. That easy. Position 9, last one. Model predicted positive. Model predicted positive. And the answer was negative, which is going to be equal to false negative. False positive. And I'm going to fix my typo here real quick. There we go. Correct to the T. So, all 10 positions done, 0 errors. Let's tally up the full confusion matrix from your own work. True positive 1473, true negative 582, false positive 026, 3 false positive 392. So 3 true positives, 2 negatives, 3 false negatives, 2 false positives. 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 is 10, matches your 10 entries. Now, before running any code, use these numbers to hand calculate precision. Recall yourself. Same formula. Okay, I'm gonna grab my calculator out here. So true positive, precision is going to be equal to true positive, which is 3, divided by, we're going to go with something like 3, plus false freaking positive, that is going to be equal to 2. Okay, where I'm going to go with something like that is going to be equal to 3 divided by 5. That is going to be equal to, what is 3 divided by 5? 3 divided by 5 is 0.6. And then we're going to go with something like recall is going to be equal to 3, which is my true positive, divided by... Oh god, are you kidding me? Divided by 3 plus false negative, which is 3. 3 plus 3. That is going to be equal to 3 divided by 6. That is going to be equal to 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6.5. And now for recall, I forgot how do you get the recall. F1. I forgot the formula. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and send it. Precision recall are both correct. 0.6, 0.5. No penalty for forgetting the formula. That's retrieval, not comprehension. Here's it again. So F1 is going to be equal to 2 multiplied by precision multiplied by recall. My precision is 0.6 times 0.5 divided by precision plus recall. 0.6 plus 0.5 plus, oh my gosh, 0.5. That is going to be equal to, we're going to go with something like 0.6 times 0.5, 0.3 times 2, 0.6. So we get 0.6 there. So I'm going to go with something like 0.6 divided by 0. Let's clear everything. 0.6 plus 0.5, that's 1.1. 1.1. That is going to be equal to 0.6 divided by 1.1 equals to 0.545. 0.545, which is closer to 0.6, which is the precision, which means the model is precise. And since it is also really close to 0.5, the model is good at recall as well. Okay, and then let's send it. The arithmetic is dead on. 0.545 is correct, but the interpretation at the end needs a fix, and it's an important one. You flip the meaning of what F1 being close to a number tells you. Go back to what we established with the earlier example. Precision equals to 0.5, recall equals to 0.8, F1 equals to 0.615. F1 landing close to a number does not mean the model is good at that thing. It means the opposite. F1 gets dragged towards the weaker score. That's a punishment. It's not phrasing precision by sitting near it. It's being pulled down by whichever number is worse. So here's with precision 0.6 and recall equals to 0.5, which is the weaker lower score. 0.545. Precision is the lower score because we could round 0.545 to be equal to 0.6. Not quite. Let's slow down and just compare the two raw numbers directly. No rounding involved. Precision 0.6, recall 0.5. Which of those two numbers is smaller? 0.5 is smaller. Huh. Right, 0.5 is smaller, and that's recall. So recall is weaker score here, not precision. Now here's the fix on the interpretation. F1 equals to 0.545 sits closer to 0.5. Recall the weaker one. Then to 0.6 precision, the stronger one. Same pattern as before. It's not saying the model is good at precision, it's just being dragged down towards recall because recall is the weaker link. It's just being dragged down recall because recall is the weaker link. Oh, okay. F1 punishes the imbalance. It never rewards the strong score. It gets pulled towards the weak one. So the correct read of this model is it's mediocre overall and specifically weaker on recall, meaning it's missing more real positive cases. Higher false negative rate, then it's falsely flagging. FP rate, F1 flags that weaker than letting the decent precision hide it. Does that correction make sense? Exposes, okay. I understand this concept at a 75%. However, I believe with more practice, I will get fluent at it real fast. Although, do we really need more practice on this topic right now, question mark? Or will we work on this later on in the series as well, question mark? Then let me just go ahead and fix my real typo and send it. I forgot that I had to run my freaking code real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna confirm that stuff myself. I'm gonna hit Control S, Control backslash to get my terminal here. And then we're gonna go ahead and change our directory to my current directory, which is model hyphen evaluation EVLUATION. And then we're gonna go ahead and run my file. Oops. What the hell did Okay, what in the genuine world did I just do? How do I get this small? What did I just click to get it big? Huh? Wait, what did I just do? PY, right? So what did I just click? F5? No? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me close my Visual Studio and open it again. There we go. Okay, that's so much better. Now I need to type this again. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this to save some time. Paste it here, and then we're gonna go with something like PY. Precision. Underscore recall. Underscore F1. Dot PY. There we go. Let's wait for it to run real quick. Wow, I get an error. Value error position labeled 1. It should be 1 positive or negative. Wait, okay, it should be 1 negative or positive. POSI-TIVE, POSI-TIVE. I'm gonna paste this in all my positives. Okay, NEGATIVE. This is why copy pasting is better than literally hand typing this stuff. POSITIVE. Okay, that should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Control S to save the code, copy this and paste it. Pretty sure I had like a typo there. Oh wow, wait. Did I miss a comma? It should be one list. It should be a list. Value editor line 2 is not a valid label. Wait, is my prediction, did I spell this wrong? That would have given me a name error. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and print my precision. And then we're gonna go ahead and print our recall. And then we're gonna go ahead and print our F1. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and let's see, copy this. We're pasting it here and then let's send it. Wait, did I do something wrong here? It's not a label. Value error. Position_1 is not a valid label. How is Y_test not a valid label? Wait, let me just copy this. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, copy this real quick. Let's grab Claude here. Straight answer, matching what we've already been true to. Okay, every time you ask this, no dedicated review block. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Same policy as clustering, dbscan. Everything else, you don't drill it in isolation. It comes back to apply it in projects, okay? I get a value error. Interesting, let's see. I know, with a translation, sklearn tried to use 1 as positive by default, but your label is this. Try the fix. You need to explicitly tell each function which string counts as positive. I never knew that. So we need a third parameter of position. Label is going to be positive. Okay, so position label is going to be positive. Is going to be positive. POSITIVE. And then just to save some time, I'm going to copy this. And we're going to go ahead and paste it here and there. I'm going to hit Control S to save the code. Copy my PY precision recall F1.py. Paste it here and let's run it. 0.6, 0.5, 0.545. Alright, perfect. Okay, so we just have to explicitly say that our position label is positive. Okay, let's paste it here. There we go. This closes out confusion matrices, precision recalls, and F1's fully complete. Next up in model evaluation, ROC curves and AUC, which connects back to something you already know deeply from logistic regressions, the 50% decision threshold. Given today's pace and depth, do you want to push, or is this a good stopping point? I can push, actually. I mean, can I get a review? Okay, wait, before we move further, can I get an MD file for confusion matrices, precisions, recall, and F1? Okay, yeah, because the MD file helps me recall later on in the future. And if you guys do want access to my MD files, you guys can actually get access to it through my GitHub. If I were to open GitHub, if you guys did open my GitHub and go under my 365-AI-engineering, You guys will be seeing a phase 1 here because I have currently only done, I am only just done with phase 1. However, in the phase 1, I will be having all my markdown notes, which are a bunch. And also a bunch of my Python files or my Panda files. So what do I have under Limbic? Okay, Limbic is kind of trash, but then under Pandas, I got all my Pandas' files where I worked on a bunch of question numbers. I got Polars' file where there are a bunch of question numbers as well. Same goes with, let's say, my Python files, which I should have here as well. There we go. Under my Python files, I got a bunch of Python files, so you guys could go ahead and click on either one of them just to review the files and all that stuff. I will soon upload my phase 2 as well once I'm done with it. Okay, but for the time being, we're gonna go ahead and let's say download that. And I'm going to go and open my file explorer. Go to downloads here, and then I got my confusion matrix. I'm gonna go ahead and let's say grab it, drop it down there. Wait. There we go. Okay, perfect. And the confusion matrix here, it got a bunch of lines as well. So we covered why accuracy isn't enough, a model, yada yada, the confusion matrix, okay, accuracy score, real world stakes, why which error is worse depending on context, spam, the pattern, precision versus recall, F1 score, worked examples, real chord, precision, okay, that's correct. And then we got status as well, all right. Now, let me go ahead and say Claude something like, Sensei, I will be continuing with, what was the next topic? With ROC curves and AUC. Next stream officially. However, can I get a general explanation as to what it does? Okay, just so it's not an absolutely new concept to me when I work on it. There we go. And then let's just go ahead and send it. Very quick conceptual preview only, no formal teaching yet. Okay, blah blah blah. Remember logistic regression 50 threshold, the model spits out a probability like 73% if you draw the stuff. Okay, here's a 50% thing. ROC curve, the conceptual level, instead of picking just one cutoff with it, the test the model at every possible cutoff 0 to 100. Okay, AUC, area under the curve, then balls the whole curve one number, basically the model, higher AUC, better model. Okay, that's pretty much it, and that's time. Hands up anything that is not distracting. Moving on, back to Wuthering Waves. I'm gonna clay mod real quick. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and continue where I stopped. Okay, we're killing this tacit discard, right? And you guys can sort of ignore the timer. I will be continuing the next concept next stream. For the time being, I will get as far as I can. Not too long, because I do got to edit a bunch of videos as well. But I'm gonna get as far as I can just for this story until I don't find a breakpoint.
Fear no more.
Ooh.
Fight!
Fear no
Until the
more.
last of them is wiped out.
Oh, wow.
General Ge Xiulin, we fight to protect what we cherish. We cherish our comrades not out of cowardice or fear, but out of trust. The trust in their lives' worth.
Okay, wait, hold on. I don't really know if, should I go longer
I
this
assure
stream?
you I am always making the right choice, General. But we should never build our victory on top of endless sacrifices.
Is that so? As I see it, we're cut from the same cloth, you and I.
Perhaps we are indeed, General. I share at least one thing with you. I too will draw my blade to fight for what I believe in. And I'll stop at nothing to see it through.
I'm still confused. What's the plot? Why did we get on here? I know I started like a fucking storyline and we had like some radioactive rain.
General.
General,
You look pale.
I'm fine. Please go on.
It's not like you just fought like 6 Tacet discards.
We just detected an intense frequency reaction from that Tacet field ahead.
Is that
That
the moon?
It's gradually turning full now, as you predicted.
Oh?
The sky. It looks just like how it was during the battle beneath the Crescent.
It's time.
Sir,
It's time for what?
the Midnight Rangers are ready.
Please
we
tell
await
me
your
what's the
orders.
time for. What the hell?
Attention all troops. Take
Attention all
position and get
troops.
ready to engage.
Alright.
Sir,
When the moon turns full, a roving traveler shall return.
The troops
prophecy is being fulfilled.
How many
Here they
genuine
are.
Are we fighting Tacet
They're not
discards?
coming at us. Are they trying to protect something, or are they waiting for commands?
Hold on. Give me a quick little second. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go ahead and paste that. Do that. Do that. Grab my chat up here real quick because I forgot about it. And there. I didn't really
With a
forget about it. I
TD
was doing
outbreak
something
of this magnitude and organization, someone must be orchestrating it. Could it be?
else. Could it be? Wait, is she Camellia? Is that one? The person that was stalking me like a bunch of streams ago? She is her. Bro, this looks absolutely freaking sick. Is she getting Tacet discards off the ocean? Some sort of witch? Sorcerer? Ooh. Big general. The moon. Oh! Oh, wow! Damn, this takes my breath away. Wow. What was happening out there? Over? It's just me. The moon is changing. Is it just me, or I'm gonna go with the moon
It
is
looks
changing?
almost full now, and the retroact rain falling. Rover? Maybe this is the right time Madam Magistrate was talking about.
Okay, and that's it. That's time. Hands up anything that is distracting. You know what? Screw it. I didn't want to go any further. Wait, what the hell?
Citizens of Jinzhou, please remain calm and evacuate in an orderly manner as we practiced during previous drills.
Okay, now hands up anything that is distracting. What the hell was that? You know what? Screw it. I want to know what's gonna happen next. I'm gonna go even further in this thing. Fine. Say I'm live exclamation. I thought that I'm just gonna call it a day here, but I guess we're going even more. I want to know what's gonna happen next. Yo, the viewers, you have cross precision recall in F1. You built a 2-step verification method. So solid, it ran with 0 errors across 10 positions solo. That's not luck, that's a real skill you built with your own hands. Today we take that same energy into ROC curves and aux. The topic that finally answers a question you've probably been quietly wondering about since logistic regressions. Why 50%? Who decided that? Let's rebuild the foundations first out loud. You already know this logistic regression doesn't output, pass, or fail directly. It outputs a probability, a number between 0 and 1. And then a threshold decides how that number gets converted into a final label. The threshold we've been using this whole time is 50%. Here's the part we're about to blow open. That 50% was never a law of nature. It was just the default. Nothing stops you from seeing the threshold at 30% or 70% or 90%. You could build the exact same trained model and just change the cutoff line, and the moment you do, the model's behavior changes completely. even though the model itself didn't change at all. Before I go any further, quick gut check. Question. Direct answer, no multiple choice. If you took your logistic regression model and moved the threshold down from 50% to say 20%, meaning now it only takes 20% probability for the model to call something pass instead of needing 50, what do you think happens to the number of things the model labeled pass? The model labels pass, does it go up or does it go down? Give me a reason. Okay, before I give a reason, it has been a while. There we go. Since I worked with logistic regressions, therefore, can I get an explanation? There we go. I'm gonna sort of fix my type of logistic and my reason as well. And then let's just go ahead and send it. Okay, good call asking for that instead of guessing blind is exactly the right move. Let's rebuild it properly before I ask you to reason about thresholds. What logistic regression actually does? Every other regression method we've touched, linear regressions, ridge regressions, predicts a number, a price, a score, something continuous. Logistic regressions is different. Logistic regressions is different. It's useful for classification, predicting a category like fail, pass, spam, no spam, sick, healthy. But here's the key mechanical detail. Logistic regressions doesn't jump straight to pass or fail internally. It first calculates a probability, a number between 0 and 1, or 0% to 100%, representing how confident the model is that this row belongs to the positive class. So if you fed it a student who studied 6 hours, it might internally compute something like 0.82, meaning I'm 82% confident the student passes. Oh, I see. That predict underscore prob method, the method that shows you the raw probability before any final decision is made. Then the threshold kicks in. The model needs to convert that probability into an actual label. The rule it uses by default is dead simple. Probability greater than 50%, predict pass. Probability less than 50%, predict fail. No rounding, no wiggling, no rounding, no wiggling room. Just a hard cutoff at the halfway point. That's what predict gives you. The final pass/fail label after the 50% rule has been applied to the probability. You actually verify this exact mechanic yourself. Back when we did logistic regressions, you tested a boundary flip, nudging an input from 4.5 to 4.51 and watched the prediction flip from fail to pass right at the edge. That flip happened because the underlying probability crossed the 50% line, so the full picture, raw probability compared against the cutoff, 50% by default, final label. Okay, you know what I think I see? I'm gonna drink some water just so I can be a bit hydrated to jog my freaking memory up. Okay, and why does the prediction fail? I mean, I think I see. I think that it is coming back to me. Can I get a real world example? Let's see. Good asking for a real world example. Real world example. A bouncer at a club checking IDs. This is the one that I actually had initially as well. The bouncer's actual job is not to instantly shout in or out. The second they glance at someone, what they really do first is form an internal confidence level, like a gut check probability based on evidence, the ID, the person's face, how they're acting. Someone with a crisp, clearly valid ID And no red flag, bouncer is like 95% confident this person is legit. Someone being a blurry, sketchy looking ID, bouncer is at 20% confidence this person is legit. Okay. That confidence number is equivalent of predict underscore proba, the raw probability before any final call is made. Oh, I see. But the bouncer is allowed to make an actual decision, let them in or turn them away. So the club has a house rule, a cutoff. If you're more than 50% confident the ID is real, then let them in. If you're less than 50% confident, turn them away. That house rule is the threshold. It's the line that converts how confident am I into yes or no. And just like logistic regressions, that 50% house rule isn't some universal law. It's just the default policy. This particular clubhouse, a stricter club, say one that got in trouble before, might set the rule at 80% confidence required. A more relaxed club might set it to 30% confidence required. Okay. Same bouncer, same evidence, same internal confidence level, but changing where cutoff lines. Okay, changes without changes who lets in. That's the exact mechanic we're about to dig into with ROC/AUC, what happens as you slide that cutoff line up and down. It does. Okay, I guess let's get back to the actual explanations. Good, let's go back to it. Same setup as before. Now with the bouncer fresh in your mind, if you took your logistic regression model or the bouncer and moved the threshold down from 50% confidence required to just 20% confidence required, what happens to the number of people/rows the model labels pass or let in? Does it go up? Does it go down? It goes up. Because the restrictions gets lower. There we go. Yes, exactly. And good, you gave me the reasoning, not just the answer. Lower the bar to 20% and suddenly people who've been turned away at 50%, someone the bouncer was only 35% confident about, say. Now clear the bar and let in. Now clear the bar and get let in. Fewer people get rejected, more people get accepted. The restriction is looser, so more things squeeze through. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and this is the part that directly connects to precision and recall, which you already know cold. Think about what happens to your mistakes when you lower the threshold like that. You're now letting in people. You're now letting in people the bouncer is less sure about. Some of those people are going to be genuinely legit, great, correct call. But some of them are going to be fakes that slip through because you loosen the bar. Quick question, direct reasoning again. When you lower the threshold and start accepting more borderline cases, does that action increase your false positive or mainly increase your false negatives? Accepting more borderlines, does that action mainly increase your false positive? Think about what false positive actually is in this bouncer scenario. Who does the model wrongly say yes? False positive is basically people who are actually not legit, but the model get them as legit. False negative is the people are not legit, the model does not accept them in as well. So let's go with something like false positive. Because people who because people who are not legit gets let in the bouncer. Whew, okay, let's see. Correct, and let's make sure that's airtight, not just a lucky landing. It was not lucky. A false positive equals to model predicted positive. Let them in, but it was actually wrong. The person was not legit. When you drop the threshold to 20%, you're telling the bouncer stop being so demanding. Let borderline people through. Some of those borderline people are fakes. Those fakes now get labeled pass when they should have been failed. That's a fresh batch of false positives you just created that didn't exist at 50%. Now flip it, same logic, opposite direction. Quick follow-up question, same style. If lowering the threshold creates more false positives, what happens to your recall? Remember recalls' definition, TP divided by TP plus FN. False negative. So recall has a false negative, precision has false positive. Model predicted positive, but the positive is wrong. That's precision. False negative is model predicted wrong. The actual answer was wrong as well. Okay. Of everyone who was actually legit, how many did I correctly catch? Does that recall go up or down when you lower the threshold, and why? Think about what's happening to false negative specifically, not false positive this time. Wait, okay, now flip the logic, opposite direction. Okay, wait, if lowering the threshold creates more false positives, false positive is the model said this person was actually legit while the person was not legit. What happens to your recall of how everyone was actually legit? How many correct catches? True positive. Does recall go up or down when you lower the threshold? Recall. False negatives. Recalls goes down because we let in more suspicious people. The recall goes down because we let in more non-legit people. Oh, wow. Not quite, and this is a really important direction to fix, so let's slow down and trace it carefully rather than guess again. If you're reasoning from the false positive side, more fakes let in, but recall's formula doesn't have false positive in it. Look again, recall equals to true positive divided by true positive plus false negative. Recall only cares about the actual legit people. We did catch them. Did we catch them or miss them? It has nothing to do with fakes getting through, so let's isolate just that question. Forget the fakes for a second entirely. Think only about the people who are genuinely legit. At the 50% threshold, some of them might have been borderline. Say the bouncer was only 35% confident about a real valid ID. Maybe it was a bit worn, hard to read at 50%. That real person gets rejected, a false negative. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. It's the trickiest concept that I've worked with. Think about only the people who are genuinely legit. At 50% threshold, some of that might have been borderline. Say bouncer was only 35% confident about a real valid ID. Maybe it was a bit worn, hard to read. At 50%, that real person gets rejected. A false negative. A legit person wrongly turned away. Okay. Now, you drop the threshold to 20. That same legit person who the bouncer is 35% confident about now clears the new lower bar. Question, does that real legit person now get let in or still rejected at the 20% threshold? And what does that do to the number of false negatives? Legit people wrongly turned away. Does that real legit person now get let in or still rejected at 20%? Huh. Okay, does that real legit person? Okay. Oh, okay. The number of false negative people increase because they are now allowed in the bouncer. There we go. Let's pause and retrace that last step together. You flip the direction right at the finish line. Walk through it with me one piece at a time. You just correctly said at the 20% threshold. That legit person clears the bar and gets in. Now, if a real legit person gets let in, is that a correct decision or a wrong decision? It is a correct decision. Right, and that's the key move. So, if it's a correct decision, that person is genuinely legit, and the model correctly said, yes, let them in. That's not a false negative at all. A false negative specifically means the model said no to someone. Okay, who was actually a yes. The person got a yes and deserved a yes. That's a true positive, okay. So walk it forward at 50-50. The borderline legit person was a false negative. Wrongly rejected at 20%. The same person became true positive correctly. One person moved out of the false negative bucket and into the true positive bucket. Now same question as before, but you've got the missing piece now. If lowering the threshold moves people out of false negatives into true positives, what happens to the number of false negatives overall? They decline. Does it go up or down? And recall, does it go up or down? The number of false negatives decline. And the recall goes down as well. True positive. Actually, it goes up. Recall inclines. I think that should be correct. Yes, that's it. Let's go. Locked in correctly, and you rebuilt it yourself after catching that wrong turn. That's real understanding. You know why I said that the recall goes up? Because if true positive goes up, then this number should definitely go up as well. That number goes down. Lowering the threshold, more false positives. Fake slip through, higher. Fewer false negatives. Fewer legit people wrong rejected goes lower. Recall goes up. You catch more of the real positives. Precision goes down. More of what you accepted as garbage. You let in more fakes. This is the trade-off you already sensed was coming back when we first covered precision/recall. Remember, you self-derived that which error is worse. Which error is worse depends on situation is exactly why two separate matrices exist. This is that exact tension now tied to a real dial. You can turn the threshold, flip it the other way for a second. Okay, quick check. No need for a full derivation this time. It just confirmed the pattern. If lowering the threshold pushes recall up and precision down, what do you predict happens if you raise the threshold? Say from 50 to 80%. Which one goes up? Which one goes down? Model says false, so true negatives goes higher and I would say recall goes lower. However, I'm going with a higher number. Okay, recall goes lower. Because recall only cares about the good stuff. Let's catch this one. I asked about precision and recall, not true negatives. Let's not let's not let a mislabel slide into the next step. That's actually the kind of thing we correct hard on. We focus on just those two words, precision and recall. You just correctly derived, lowering the threshold, recall up, precision down. Think about raising the threshold. That's the opposite. That's the opposite move. Bouncer gets more strict, requires 80% confidence instead of 50% confidence. If lowering the threshold pushed recall up, what does the opposite move, raising it, do to recall? Up or down? Okay, the opposite move. If lowering the threshold push the recall up, what does the opposite move, raising it, do to the recall? And separately, what does raising the threshold do to precision? Okay, I need a freaking formula sheet for this. This is not hard. My brain is just pretty much exhausted. Let's try to think this. I know that the recall just goes higher as well. Recall goes higher because the number of false positives increases and the precision goes lower because the number of true positives decreases. I forgot I had a period, but that's fine. Top direction flipped. Okay, you know what? I'm too exhausted. Directions flipped on both. I want you to fix the root of it. Okay, wait. Let me say something like, let's say, do you think I cannot understand or answer these questions well because I have been streaming for 2 hours and that I am tired. Should I continue the rest next stream? Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and fix my streamings as typo. Yeah, I was not even gonna complete this part. Good instinct, flagging that step off is the kind of self-awareness, blah blah blah. So, okay, here's exactly nothing lost. Threshold recap. So, threshold, recall, trade-off, arrived. Okay, we have not touched ROC or AUC yet. This is still fully ahead of us. Okay, you know what? I will be working on this next stream. That's it. That's time. Hands off anything that is distracting. Actually, that is not distracting. Back to Wuthering Waves. Citizens of Jinzhou, please remain calm and evacuate in an orderly manner as we practiced during previous drills. Jinchi?
It's a pre-recorded broadcast message. Our magistrate saw this coming and she had General Jian devise an emergency plan a long time ago. This wave of TD attacks should be over now. We knew this was coming and we were ready, but oh boy, the amount of TDs is insane. Thanks for coming in time, Rover. It would have taken us much longer to handle this.
Oh,
Director Tao Chi is here too. For a better rundown of the situation, you can find her near the city gate.
okay, so find Tao Q. Rover's Spectro. Can I use? What's the point of having a motorbike if I can't use its squat? Huh? Oh, I'll have to go higher. Alright, I guess we're just climbing up. Oh god, he just jumped. Just jump scared. There we go.
Any update on the protective barrier?
Alto
We've
and
put in
Encore.
all our resources to repair it, but if those tacit discords keep coming at us, it might not hold up for long. Ah, I presume you must be Rover.
And you are?
Maybe we've met somewhere before.
it feels so awkward having her be like a strange random person, because she is one of the characters that I did get through my gacha summon and I use her a lot.
Anyway,
As a tank.
please allow me to introduce myself. I am Tao Chi, a director at
Tao
the Ministry
Chi.
of Development. I'm in charge of our defense fortifications. Thank you for lending us a hand.
What is this barrier you were talking about? Is the TD outbreak still going? Go with this.
What's more, the current TD outbreak we're dealing with is directly caused by the retroact rain.
Once the protective barrier breaks down, tacit discords could manifest from inside Jinzhou City.
How does the retroact rain cause TD outbreaks?
Rover, remember what I told you earlier?
No.
The retroact rain is essentially condensed droplets of remnant energy that fall from the etheric sea.
So literally acid rain if we talk in real world terms, when there's a lot of pollution going on in the clouds.
This remnant energy makes it a magnet for tacit discords. It records events from all times and places, allowing those who come in contact with it to witness illusions of past events. That's what we call the phantoms of retroact rain.
Oh.
It kind of works like how resonators resonate with the world. The more you're exposed to the rain, the more realistic those phantoms become. Oh, and here's another interesting fact about the retroact rain. When it's raining across a large area, illusions pulled from the memories of multiple people can manifest at once.
The Trinodian of War and the deaths during these battles. I'll go with Trinodian Wars.
Nice catch, Rover. Jinzhou has been a battleground for centuries. That's why it has to deal with the Trinodian that represents the concept of war. And wars will lead to deaths. Once the retroact rain reaches its final stage, there'll be thousands of phantoms. Phantoms of dead soldiers and tacit discords.
This is the
I see.
one major threat that has been looming over Jinzhou. Our magistrate ordered the construction of this barrier precisely because of that.
Why is everyone so afraid of these phantoms?
Indeed, the phantoms should only mechanically repeat what they had been doing. They shouldn't have the ability to interfere with reality. But the retroact rain can be significantly enhanced through the Trinodian's power. As a result,
Interesting.
said phantoms become increasingly realistic, to the point of inflicting real harm on humans. In that battle 3 years ago, our soldiers got into a gruesome fight against countless tacit discords, either native to Northwell Barrens or produced by retroact rain and endless swarms of phantoms. Phantoms of tacit discords and our fallen soldiers repeated their indiscriminate attacks on everything in their sight. Soldiers could not tell friends from foe. The relentless rain even recreated the brutal deaths of their comrades, etched in vivid detail. The Northwell Barrens turned into a living hell, and to this day, we can still hear the desperate cries.
The battle beneath the Crescent was humanity's first recorded encounter with retroact rain enhanced by Trinodian power.
Interesting.
Your previous general sent back valuable video recordings of the rain. Those videos provided crucial information, which allowed nations worldwide to speed up their research on defense against the retroact rain. Our people at the Black Shores have theorized that the Trinodian abnormal moon sightings and the retroact rain may be linked.
Here's the thing, Wuthering Waves was going to be getting an anime of its own. By God, they don't even need to go with any studios. Their animation itself is peak as hell. So the rain signals a change in the moon's appearance, so the moon reflects the Trinodian's changing power.
Yeah, something like that. But it's only a theory. We don't
Alright.
have enough data to verify anything. So, unfortunately, we can't predict retroact rains yet. But we know it's closely connected with Trinodians reviving. The TD outbreaks are another sign.
Okay, one genuine question. Who are the Trinodians? Well, I guess it's too early for me to ask that question, right?
The moon just changed in an instant. If this theory turns out to be true, that means
The Trinodian is reviving sooner.
And Jinzhou's dealing with what happened 3 years ago.
Couldn't see it coming. We can get through
The
this.
Trinodians' revival is never an independent occurrence. They could sense one another through some form of telepathic link. The revival of a Trinodian in Jinzhou will trigger catastrophic events and affect other nations. We gotta hustle back to the Tethys base, recalibrate our lament detector, and warn them before it's too late.
Alright.
Anyway, we'll take our leave now.
Please stay safe.
Roger that. Alright, let's go. I wanna fight the freaking Tacet Discards. What the hell am I doing? Oh wow.
that's all
Bro.
we've gathered so far, Rover.
Alcho seems such a mystery.
The TD outbreaks won't stop before the end of this reign. We must stay alert.
Mom, there's another wave of them ahead.
Staff from Ministry of Development.
Speak of the devil. I'll need to take a very long nap after this.
Alright, oh wait, will we see her in action? Because I have her, I know her in action.
mechanisms.
Hell yeah, activate the defense mechanisms! Let's see. Another cutscene. Ooh, I love this animation. Oh, a bunch of Tacet Discards rushing through our way. Well, rushing through our way. Guns down. We'll actually arch ourselves. The 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7.
Leave it to me.
Everyone, hold your
Radiance.
ground.
Oh wait, let's go. Are we getting some air support from the back? No? Where the hell are those people? Okay, I thought that no one was actually shooting. They're all shooting. I can use this new character. Let's play hide and seek. I've never used Yang Yang actually. I have used Yang Yang. I've used all these characters.
The TDs here have been dealt with. Let's go
Oh.
reinforce the outpost. It's still under attack.
Okay. Am I late?
Hide and seek.
Let's play hide and seek.
Thank you. Some
I
of
wanted
us
to go
are
with
still
Rover.
fighting in there. We must go help them.
Oh wow, there are like a hell ton of Rover, Tacet Discards here. We can win this. Alright, hold on. Please let me get some stamina back. I'm just gonna be AFK, hold on. Hold on, please don't kill me. Alright, now you'll die.
Come. One with the sounds.
One with the sounds.
Finally.
We made it! Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you
It's
so much.
dangerous here. Let's head back first.
Alright. Hey, wow.
Please tell me this is the last one. Rover, your moves are sharp as always. Dealing with so many TDs seem like a walk in the park for you.
He's getting stronger. Should I invest in Rover? Practice makes perfect. It's all thanks to you. Can't call it a day without fighting those monsters. They seem unusually aggressive with practice.
Rover, did you see that?
The moon getting bigger? Oh, is that a the moon looks even more blurrier now.
Now, it's almost identical to what we saw 3 years ago, during the battle beneath the Crescent. I'm afraid we're already running out of time.
Didn't
Report
she?
the situation, please.
Madam Magistrate, the barrier has been fully repaired, and we have evacuated all residents. We've successfully minimized the damage.
Well done, Director Tauchi.
Long time no see. How's it going on your end? Is this another pre-recorded message? I think it's live, right?
Indeed. It's been a while, Rover.
I said, how's it going on your side?
It's been going according to plan, if I may say so. I was made aware of this in advance, and planned out our defense beforehand.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Actually, yeah, it is pretty fun. Wasn't another hint from Jue? Have you found Jue?
Now that we are facing such an emergency, I cannot sit back and wait for Jue to save us. I will act and see my duty through. This is my decision. I
Alright.
have secured some much-needed aid for our city during
By the
my
way,
visit
Jue
to
is the
capital.
Sentinel.
Also, our expert should be ready by now. Rover, do you still remember Jue's message for you?
Okay, we did not hear that.
Now we have raindrops that fall upstream, and the Midnight Rangers general in the Norfall Barrens, ready to take on the Overthrax. This must be the right time Jue was talking about. Rover, it's going to be dangerous. You might directly confront a Trinodian.
That's fine, I'm all for it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I have no other choice. I'll lend you a hand.
On the entire Jinzhou's behalf, I am immensely grateful for your assistance, Rover.
Mention not, I get free content from it.
You will be remembered as a heroic ally in our defense against external threats, regardless
Interesting.
of the outcome of this battle.
Okay.
May victory prevail the lasting night. I will pray for your safe return.
Rover, I have informed border checkpoints across Jinzhou about your trip to the front line. You have been granted unlimited access to all places.
Well,
Yang Yang,
that's...
you're one of our outriders. I hope you can go with Rover and provide assistance. You'll need to pass through a tacit field to reach our base in the Desert Rock Highland. Please, be careful.
Will do.
Rover, Yang Yang, I'll be keeping the city safe as a patroller. Do come back in one piece, okay?
Can we have a healer, please, or something like that? Because if we are going for, like, a battle, I need a healer. You can do it, Chisia. You can do it. Maz Zayofang? You can do it, Jinzhou Speedster. Oh, it's all of her names. I'll go with Speedster.
Wow, thanks, Rover. Can't believe you still remember that title. I'll live up to it for sure.
I sure don't remember it. I just sounded kind of funny, so I went with it. Should I actually invest on... Oh, wow. Is that a stronger tacit discard? Nope, there are multiple. Please, more. Can I have more?
It seems the rain is not stopping anytime soon.
So it's basically like a lure for them. That's it. That's time. I would say hands up any that is distracting and back to work, but I'm pretty much done with today, so I am going to exit the timer. You guys can completely ignore it. I'm going to, play this for a bit longer until I don't find a breakpoint, and then I'm going to end the stream.
Rest assured, you can count on me.
I will keep everyone safe.
Wait, I won't be fighting?
Don't forget us, Lion Dance Troop.
All right.
We got this!
What about
As
me?
you can see, everyone's ready to defend our city.
I want to be the
Rover,
one fighting.
Yang Yang, safe travels.
All
I've
right.
informed General Jian that you're heading to his place. He will be meeting up with you soon.
May victory prevail the lasting night.
I guess we're both just leaving. No more action for me. Annoying odd thing, but that's fine. Meanwhile, in the Death Rock Highland. The moon is getting blurry. It's like not like a Gushian blur, it's like...
Defend the south gate. Enemy attack weakened. This
Kinda
wave
fuzzy
is
blurry.
almost over.
Oh wow, we're still fighting the tacit discard, so that...
Of the sun.
Yeah, I asked for more action. Let's go. There we go. The jump attack combo is insane. I'm gonna let myself heal a little. Hold on, let me wait. Let me heal myself a little. Guys, trust me, the jump hit is like the most insanest thing that I've actually worked with.
Tell truth from facade.
I can't see anyone. I can't see anything.
North Gate! TD's incoming!
Defeat the incoming
Our
Tacit
enemies are
Discards.
spent.
There are more?
Hold your ground!
Hold your ground. Reinforcements are coming.
Tell truth from facade.
Tell truth from facade. Dude, I love this combo. And I'm out of stamina.
It's over!
It's
All Tacit
over.
Discords nearby have been dealt with. Now the city's defense.
Alright, now the city's defense. I'm kind of curious to know
Please
what was
update me on the
GCI and everyone left
situation in
with.
Jinzhou City.
Under Madam Magistrate's command, the barrier has been activated, and citizens are being evacuated to the safe zone.
Under Madam Magistrate's command.
Washu Academy and Ministry of Development are on standby for further instructions. Baiju is overseeing operations at the Academy, while Mortherfee has arrived at the Ministry. Rest assured, we are all safe in the city.
Alright.
And that Rover, he is heading over to meet you. Yang Yang is coming with him.
Wow, and that rover. That rover.
I see. We have successfully contained the outbreak here at the base.
Okay, we have.
We'll go pick them up as soon as possible.
Alright.
The rain's getting heavier. There are signs of Tacit Discords reviving. Intense frequency fluctuations detected.
I'm all
They'll be
down for
passing
it.
through that area. I must create a safe passage for them.
Give me
I
like
need to clear the way for
stronger.
them as quickly as possible.
I want to find like stronger Tacit Discards using Rebecca, not one of these weak characters. Yeah, Rebecca kind of spoiled me bad. Go to the Tacit field in
Couple more Tacit Discords
Discard
here.
Highland.
Time to get rid of them.
Oh. I don't kind of wanna. I don't like using him, to be honest. It's not like he's boring. He's fun, but you know. There we go. I don't think using my ultimate here is screw it.
Fear no more.
Fear no more. Oh no, I shouldn't have used my ultimate. I thought that's the only time I'd get to use it. I'm gonna save my. I'm gonna save some of my. Get shot! Get him!
Tell truth from facade.
Tell truth from facade. All right. Did I do it? Is
the
that
Thundering Mephis?
the Thundering Mephis? On the other side of the Destroyed Highland. Rover and Yang Yang? Dion? Alright, I need to go soon too.
The Threnodians' revival has done
Knew
significant
it.
damage to the environment nearby.
Alright.
Things have gotten even more dangerous out here. The closer we get to Norfall Barrens, the worse it gets.
Oh yeah, it does look really, really bad.
The streams feel heavy with dread and the smell of blood. There must be a brutal fight going down in the Desert Highland.
It's strong
The
enough
Tacit
to
Field
run a
Director
shiver
Tao Chi
down my
mentioned should be
spine.
right up ahead. We must
Okay.
pass through it to reach our base and find General GN. I wonder
Oh, it's
what
GN.
other anomalies await us ahead.
Okay, go to the Tacit Field in the, Desert Rock. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. This is where I actually stop. Hold on, let me get a nice little clip for
Is
me
that
too.
one of our soldiers?
There we go. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and let's say stop here. In next stream, I will be going closer to the Tacit Field in in Desert Rock Highland, but as of now, for the time being, we're just gonna go ahead and exit Wuthering Waves. Move on to my, let's say, main camera. There we go. Alrighty guys, basically that was pretty much it for the stream. If you guys did enjoy the stream, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe with notifications turned on, and if you guys did enjoy my content /video /live stream in general, make sure to share my channel because like helps my algorithm share and makes you smile. Subscribe and get your on top. That's it. I did create 2 brand new channels, one called Viv Arcade and the other called Viv Works Out, where you guys Viv Arcade is specifically meant for my gaming content and Viv Works Out is specifically meant for my workout content. Therefore, if you guys are interested in either one of those genres or categories and that you guys want access to those channels, you guys can get access to those channels through my homepage. If you guys scroll all the way down, I have a featured channels category where I have both those channels featured. Under Viv Arcade, I upload daily videos on Wuthering Waves, and under let's say Viv Works Out, I have, let's say, videos for my workout content where I did actually schedule a bunch of videos, but as of now, I just got like one video where I hit the gym and all that stuff. That's it, you guys can get access here. And also, if you guys do want to follow me in my AI Engineering for 365 Days series and that you guys want access to the roadmap that I am currently using for this series, you guys can get access to that roadmap through my Discord server. If you guys go to either the Coding Helps Us chat, the general chat, or the Python chat, mention my name there at VivUniverse asking me for my roadmap. I will be personally DMing it to you guys as soon as the stream is over, which will be over in a couple of minutes. And also, you guys can get access to my Discord server through my bio, through the link in the description for my YouTube video or my live stream. Where's the description? There we go. Or by typing !Discord on chat, all lowercase, no space. If my Discord does exist, a link is gonna pop up. If it does not exist, a link will not pop up. That said, I'll catch you guys next live stream or video. Peace. And also, that is one way you guys can get access to all my socials through the link in the description, through my bio, or by typing ! in the name of the social on chat, all lowercase, no space. That's all. Let's end the stream.